Hello, world. It's us again. You are in tune to the Marvelous Talk podcast with the usual suspects. You got myself, Big Max. What's up, Max? Man, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to talk about some Thor, some casting, whatever else we got on the docket today.
Yeah, man. And of course, as always, we got comic book extraordinaire, Big G. How you doing, G, man?
But I think the Panther goddess Bassett is pissed off because it's raining cats and dogs in Ohio, man. And I think Thor Love and Thunder is right here because it's lightning like there ain't no tomorrow.
You got love and thunder over there, huh?
Yeah.
He got love and thunder. And listen, man, definitely if you like the show, make sure you like and subscribe. Like it on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. So when we go live, definitely you'll get those notifications that we are here. Also, man, if there are any comments, any things, any questions that you would like to ask, make sure you hit the chat, whether it be live or even in just leave the comments, and we'll definitely get at you guys, man. Make sure you like and subscribe too. And before we get into what we're about to get into, let's definitely get into this. So Max, man, talk to me, man. We've got this new trailer from Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm just so very excited. But talk us through it, man. Talk us through it.
Well, let me tell you about the Space Viking Thor. The one and wait, there's not just one. There's two. We see some of the stuff we see from the first trailer. We see Jane as Thor, the mighty Thor. Korg as it's around the campfire telling a great story. We see Fat Thor getting back into shape, which we love to see. That off-season workout's tough. And, you progress through the trailer. Thor's like, oh, I see Mjolnir. There's my baby. And then he's like, oh, crap. What's Jane doing here? Ex-girlfriend. It's been, 8 years? A long time. He never returned her ankle bracelet or whatever, so she took the hammer, I guess. I'm not really sure how she got it. None of us really are. And then we see a guy, he's white. I'll put it like that. He's got long fingernails. He hasn't got this floating sword. All gods must die. So we see the first glimpse of Christian Bale as Gore, the God Butcher. And we see some Russell Crowe as Zeus, which you love to see. And you just see you see a little bit of Thor and Natalie Portman Thor going at it with Gore. And I'm just so excited to talk about it. I really just want to get to the deep dive of it. Because when you see him lift the ebony blade up, assuming that's it, we could be not, we don't know, but I'm going to assume it is. I was like, damn, this is getting real quick.
It is. And to G's point, man, this is Christian Bale, man. It's not a regular actor that's playing this character. This is Christian Bale. This is Batman. This is my guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to see. He may be. Josh Brolin was good. I mean, he was all right. But I think this may be the best villain actor that we've had. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Christian Bale may be the best actor that we've had as villain?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right on. You hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
I'm excited, dude. I have to ask G a question, and we'll get to it in a second. But just the premise all along, Love and Thunder, right? Love. Thor's one of these guys who loves super hard. I mean, we've seen it in the trailer. He's trying to figure out, who he is and what he's about. He has a strong connection to Star-Lord now. Star-Lord's his guy. And, he tell him, look into the eyes of the people that you love. And he's kind of moving over. moving with Star-Lord, and he's like, dude, not me. He's like, nah, nah, it's not like that. I even think that Star-Lord's jacket that he has on, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like Star-Lord's old jacket that he bedazzled out. Tell me I'm wrong, somebody please. But then on top of that, Jane Foster was like, definitely, she was like, how long has it been? Like a couple years? And he was like, nah, 8 years, 6 days, 28 days.
7 months. Yeah, I was like, bro, heartbroken.
To the time. In other words, he missed her presence and he thought about her a whole lot, right? So you have this love portion of it. I think the thunder is to signify the gods that we have here. You have all of these gods, all of them. There's a whole ton of them in this movie. This thunder. And then not only that, I think, of course, Jane Foster with Lady Thor. It's a good thing, man. I'm excited, dude. I love the intricacy of who Thor is. As much as he's the big bad Thor, he's really this soft dude who loves his friends and who, like he was like, hey, this is a guy I work with, a guy from work when he saw the Incredible Hulk. He's a friendly dude. Once he's your partner, he's your partner. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Did you like the look of Gore the God Butcher? Because, I've seen some, I just thought of it. Looks like he maybe got a little bit too into the frosted donuts. Maybe got a little sloppy with them. But when you see him pick up the ebony blade and you see his unkept fingernails, I was like, oh, yeah, evil, 100%. There's no saving this guy. Whatever. Go ahead.
I'm glad they didn't pick a comic book accurate depiction of Gore the God Butcher, because it would have looked like different renditions of different villains in different movies. The actual comic book rendition of Gore the God Butcher was more like the villain from the Harry Potter movies than actually what they showed with Christian Bale. And, this is also the first sighting of him. So we don't know if he's going to transform or he's going to be evil, or we don't know.
He looks menacing. Absolutely menacing.
I know what the part that I love more about Christian Bale than anything is the fact of, in probably 70% of the shots that we've seen already on screen, that his stuff is in black and white. And the only light form is the light form coming from the other characters. And there was even a scene in the trailer where you had Christian Bale in black and white and Thor in black and white. And Gore points at Thor and Thor's like, come on in. So I love the fact that they made the backdrop for this guy. It was almost like a nostalgic 30s movie or it's like Sin City. Like how in Sin City, everything was black and white and then they had certain elements of color. I love that they're going to do that all the way through the movie for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, and I think to go along with that, Big G, it's like kind of the way that Gore sees the world. Black and white. He don't see no colors. You know what I'm saying? The gods, in his opinion, don't care about nobody but themselves. So he has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. It's not like he's like he's not like Thanos. And if Thanos takes the Infinity Gauntlet off, he's still that dude. He ain't that. He put down this sword, the Necro sword. He put that down, and he's pretty much nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I don't know about that, because the rendition of the comic book. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I said Ebony Blade. I didn't mean to say that earlier. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. I just wanted to correct myself. But go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, it's the once. So this is the thing that most people need to understand, and I think we're going to get us either, if not a mention or a nod, you're going to get something about Null. Null is the god of the symbiotes. That's where the Necro sword comes from. In the comic books, Null cuts off Nowhere, the Celestial's head. That's why we got this big floaty head in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies out in the middle of nowhere. There was also in Avengers Infinity War where they visited Nowhere and Thanos was. So the legend is that Null invented the Necro sword, and it was his actual first symbiote. And that symbiote was so powerful that it chopped off the head of a Celestial, the Celestial Nowhere. So because now he's going to be having this same sword, oh man. And so once you take it, now you take on the embodiment of that symbiote. So when it's like, no. You don't, once you take it, the symbiote This symbiote is different from other symbiotes like we know from Venom and all whatever else. Once you take it, now that symbiote is the full embodiment of who you are. There's no separating you and that person. So
you're telling me that without the sword, he's not just a nobody. He's not just a regular dude.
In the comic book, he's still a beast.
So since he has the sword, the symbiote is part of him.
Forever.
Like it's forever.
Yeah, there's no separating.
So he's intertwined with the symbiote. Because I was just looking up his powers. Just want to see what Wikipedia said, Marvelpedia, whatever. And there's basically every power they list. It says symbiote grants, and it's like his power. Like first, he's probably just someone who's strong, and the symbiote just amplifies him. And that if it's the first symbiote, that just builds off my like happiness, because then maybe we'll see Venom. Because if we get the symbiotes in the MCU, it's kind of like that's a wrap. Venom's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, Venom's a strong enough character that I think that can handle that. He can handle himself in the MCU. You guys, let me ask you this: how did it make you feel when you saw what is my girl's name fighting with Zeus's lightning bolt? Valkyrie. How did you feel seeing Valkyrie fight with Zeus's lightning bolt? Did like something go on in your head, like saying, "Oh man, Zeus must be out of here"?
I didn't think that. I just kind of got excited to see Zeus and Russell Crowe as Zeus, and then just the inevitable gods that are going to trickle in, like Hercules. Hercules is pretty big in the MCU. He's basically Olympus's answer to Thor without the hammer. And I mean, hasn't there been points in the comics where he's lifted up Mjolnir, Sean?
Yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
And we didn't get to see Beta Ray Bill, which kind of was a little depressing, but they could always keep that for a post-credit scene or keep it close to the vest.
Nah, I'm telling you, Beta Ray Bill's in the trailer because there's too many shots where you got Korg and Thor, and there's a big hole to the other side. That listen, Marvel is notorious for blacking out characters that you can't see.
Well, they did it in Spider-Man throughout the trailer. Like, people were like circling it. It's like, oh, this guy's getting punched.
Yeah,
And I think they smartly do that, though. Wouldn't you say? Like, I bet they knew that people would find out Spider-Man, but like if people find out but they can't confirm it, it's just like even better because it just builds the anticipation.
Yeah. But man, I mean, you guys, I'm just, whether he's in it or not, this already they have told a great. I'm about to sound like G. I'm about to sound like Big G.
I was about to say that. I was like, whoa, come on.
Yeah, I'm about to sound like Big G. This is probably the next great Marvel movie. Like, it feels good. It feels like it feels just like Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. And you know, I really love Thor Ragnarok. It was really, really good. It was exceptional. Not only just that they used the great music, and the soundtracks is to this thing is phenomenal. It's just the feeling, man, the whole feeling of it all. It's like, you know, you got an opportunity to really get a sense of what's going on with the trailer. And if they give you a sense of what's going on and it holds true to like Ragnarok, they didn't even give you half of the movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even get half of the movie. And a lot of the great scenes in Ragnarok, you didn't even see. So it's like, you know, I mean, we got a chance to see Thor's goats. You know, we see him using the hammer for the Bifrost, Stormbreaker for the Bifrost. You know, which, you know, when I thought back, that's how he got to Earth to fight Thanos the first time, was he used Stormbreaker for the Bifrost. I wasn't even thinking about that, right? I was like, oh, this new ability, you know? He's upped his game. Where is Thor doing all this working out at? We know he gets on the plane fat Thor still.
Where did Rocky train in Rocky 3? LA's like Venice Beach? What's the equivalent to like Space Venice Beach?
Yeah, but so I got a theory to think that where he trained at, like where you see him with the chains and he's whipping it real hard, I think it might not be in Watu, the Watcher. It might not be him, but I think it's the skull or the skeleton of a Watcher that he's actually there, because I think Thor's going to go on this journey. I really do believe that Thor is going to go on this journey where he's going to get blamed for being the killer of the other gods. And if that holds true, that's very close to the script of the graphic novel of the Mighty Thor. So so I think at one point he's going to be like accused of it, and then that's going to force him to change some stuff up. And then when he knows that he's got to go into the chamber with the guys, and that's when you get that scene where they rip all his clothes off, and everybody's like, "Oh my God," So he's going to be ready to show his you know what in front of them other gods. So they be like, "Oh, you bowing down to me?" Because
some of the gods looked like a little ashamed of themselves. So I'm going to say about that. But like on a serious note, so we have Fat Thor or Thick Thor, whatever you want to call him. When he gets back into like playing shape, whatever, Zion, take notes out there, everybody. But where is he at like in his power level? Because like Thor 1, I say he was like 6 out of 10. Ragnarok, he was like, I would say 9. Is he gonna be like 10? Is like you guys remember Mike Tyson when he got like arrested and then came back? Was he better or was he a little worse? Remember, like when he got like
worse, but I think
like where is he at? Like is he 10?
If we're talking at Thor, I mean Ragnarok, I think he would. I would have gave him an 8.5. I think he was like coming back. It's in game where I think he was at a 9 where he was like, yo, he just wasn't in shape, but he knew what he could do. He was working his gifts, and I think his power level when he's back, he's gonna be not Odin not like the Odin Thor, the old Thor. I think his power level though is gonna be beastly. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be beastly, which kind of scares me because Christian Bale, if it goes by the comic book, is supposed to whoop Thor's behind in that first meeting.
Well, I think he's going to be closer. I think there's going to be multiple fights with Thor and Gore the God Butcher. And I think when you see him in that gold and with the gold outlay into his uniform, I think that's where, because see, listen, Valkyrie was given the mantle of the king of the Asgardians because Thor didn't want it. But Thor is actually, if you know the comic book run, Thor becomes an Odin-like figure. Right, he becomes like All-Father. So I think that's
he becomes Odin's son.
Right, the first rendition when you first see him in that blue and with the gold and all whatever else, I think that's maybe. But we've already seen 2, possibly 3 different uniforms of Thor in the movie. So I think that you're even going to see him a higher powered up, and I think that gold represents him taking on the power set of Zeus, because I really do believe, and I might be wrong, but I really do believe that Zeus and them are like a higher level of gods than Asgardians. I think like when you start going up the power chain, because they look way bigger than Thor and all of them, right? So I'm like, man, these dudes are like giants, and Asgardians, y'all that thing, but Zeus and them's on a different plane. So I think that's him taking on maybe some of the plane of having to carry the mantle, maybe of Zeus, right now, because this battle would go Butcher.
Or like on his quest, like you said, he found some mighty Olympus fruit. I know that sounds stupid, but he goes on a quest, finds some artifact, and it just amplifies what he does. And maybe
Olympus fruit.
I don't know, whatever, the heart-shaped herb of Olympus, whatever you guys want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like get Thor, get a lightning bolt from Zeus, get that thing on layaway, put it in Mjolnir, put it in Stormbreaker, and let's see what you can do.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to talk Jane Foster. Let's talk Jane Foster. So we saw a couple of shots of Thor in different clothing, right? And I think they were really careful to not show Jane in anything. So here's my thought, and I'll just ask you guys. I think this is Jane Foster after she got cancer. And if you look at it, her and Valkyrie know each other. They're like, so I think maybe she came to Valkyrie because Valkyrie was here on Earth. And maybe she came to Valkyrie and Thor's been gone for, these couple years. And, she took the hammer and the hammer restored her. What do you guys think? How do you think this story is going to play out with Jane Foster? I'll ask you first, Big G.
So I think, and this is just me, I think that the reason it's going to make Thor Love and Thunder maybe 1, 2 all-time Marvel movie, maybe 1, 2, or 3. that it's going to be as close to the graphic novel as you can possibly get. And we've already seen a lot of stuff. So if that's the case, Jane Foster is restored or fights off her cancer because of her ability to have Mjolnir. And I think it has something to do with her relationship with Thor. But I think that what they're going to do is they're going to tie it to her having the ether. And that's going to be part of the storyline with the ether. But I think the big thing that you got to know is, if for those that don't know the comic book, Jane Foster actually dies in this battle. And what happens is she becomes a Valkyrie herself. She crosses over into the heaven area for the Asgardians, and then she becomes a Valkyrie. So I think that they're playing on that a little bit. I don't know if you're going to automatically just have her die, but I think there's going to be something seriously wrong with her. I think she's actually going to visit New Asgard, and there's going to be something wrong with her. And because of her love for Thor, that's going to give her the ability to have the power of Thor. That's just my take on it.
And doesn't Thor hook up with, I know it's the Valkyrie, like I know he hooks up with the Valkyrie, but that would kind of go back to some of the comics of him hooking up with Valkyrie, and it's kind of like, oh, she's a Valkyrie now. So it's not Tessa Thompson. It's not, Valkyrie we know. It's just a different Valkyrie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they could play into that. I like how you said it, Sean. I think that's a really good way where she's gonna just be really sickly and hurt, and then Mjolnir is gonna kind of kick her into gear, and then she might die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's going to go down like that, Max. For sure.
Max, I agree with you and Sean, and I didn't even think about the possibility of her dying and being brought back, right? So my question, in the comic books, tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't she with she's with Falcon, right? Falcon are together.
In the second rendition of the Avengers, Falcon and Jane Foster do become an item, but it's just for a little while, right?
Short-lived. It's just hot and heavy, passionate.
Yeah,
and
it's just
fizzle out
for a little while. Yeah, it's just for a little while.
It's about time they give him a girlfriend. Man, go give him a girlfriend. Give him a love interest, man. Give my guy a love interest, man.
Hey, I want to tell you guys too about Thor: Love and Thunder as far as the graphic novel is concerned. So this is the tripped out part, and if you've never read it, for all our viewers out there, it's a hard book to get your hands on, but I think you can even buy it digitally and watch it and view it, right? And because it's one of the best graphic novels that's ever existed. But in the graphic novel, there's 3 Thors, and those 3 Thors actually have to beat Gore the God Butcher, because he creates this thing called the God Bomb, because he gets tired of going one-on-one and killing them. So he's got to create this God Bomb, To
your point, G, if I'm thinking right, Gore, yes. Gore whoops all 3 first. And it's the relevant version of him that comes back with the 2 hammers that defeats them both, if I'm thinking right.
He holds out the Thor that we know in the 616 universe. Like, he doesn't kill him, but he brings him on the brink of death.
Because the lightning bolt separates the 2. I'm almost positive.
So you think Gore the God Butcher could defeat 3 Thors, Ahmad?
Well, no, I'm almost positive that he did in the novel. I'm almost positive.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I just wanted to bring that up because I'm going to bring some personal beef into the pot right now. You sent me a picture of 3 Batmen and said they could haul out Thanos. So I just want to know, can 3 Batmen defeat Gore?
Man,
would he be Thor? Would he be Gore the human butcher?
Let me
the rich human butcher.
Let me say this: before Batman would ever put himself in that position,
he
would already have an answer. He would work out his theory on how to beat them.
Batman probably couldn't even beat the IRS if they had it out for him. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a bum, bro.
You know what Batman's answer would be if he had to fight Gore?
Beg.
I'm gonna lose.
Let me tell you something.
I'm taking one of these.
Batman is the ultimate detective. And
there's no detective, bro. It's like, can a detective beat Mike Tyson?
Man. He has contingency plans for everybody.
Sway didn't have the answers. Batman does not have the answers.
Gore, there's nothing to figure out about Gore. Gore is, I'm killing everybody.
Gee,
Hey,
if me and you put together a
Thor just
plan,
don't like gods. He wants to kill every god there is. He has a vendetta with gods.
if me and G put together a plan and was like, here's the combination you're going to throw against Mike Tyson, and I got in the ring, I get my head knocked off. It doesn't matter how much preparation.
Exactly.
Batman can't defeat like Tyson Fury. He's not even in the weight class.
He's out of here.
He beat Superman. He beat Flash. He beat Wonder Woman. He has contingency plans for all of them.
He did not beat Superman. What he did was
he took him and shot kryptonite into him. He knew what he was doing.
Bro, if you put Batman in the MCU where the veil of Batman doesn't protect him, like, come on.
He's out of here. Black Widow offsing. He's out of here.
Yeah.
Hawkeye takes him out. He's
not even man enough to kill people.
Yeah. Hawkeye snipes him from like 800 feet. 800 feet he snipes him.
And then he stabs Alfred to death just to kick dirt in the wound.
Yeah, it's over, man.
But y'all dislike Batman. I'm gonna tell you, I love Batman, but I know that he's limited. Let's just say that. Batman's
limited.
on a limited run.
Bro. He's like, who's the worst MCU character ever? Like, I feel like the Mandarin.
Frogman.
Come on, man.
Like the Mandarin, not like the actual one with the rings, but like the fake one. Could Loki take out Batman?
Believe that. You can't believe that. You can't believe that Batman can't hold his own in the MCU. He could hold his own.
Batman's never even cleaned up crime.
And listen, he was struggling with back. He was struggling with back.
That's funny, Max.
Sean, am I right?
Yeah,
am I right?
Gotham never gets right.
I'm telling you, get that damn yogurt card. Stamp it on the 10th time. Just come on, it's over for you guys.
Hey, Backdrop the Leaper is taking him out. Backdrop the Leaper is he got him. He got him.
Dom Toretto from Fast 6 would kill him. Like straight up. But I think we've gone off the rails enough.
He's definitely getting the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's getting hauled out.
Never.
Cap is getting hauled out.
He's got when the Winter Soldier has Super Soldier formula in him, man. Come on, man, it's over.
Batman has no abilities other than being rich.
Batman is the world's greatest ninja. World's greatest.
I thought he's a detective.
His tech, he's like Iron Man. His tech, if Iron Man can exist in
comparable,
then Batman can.
I don't know how we got on Batman, but let's get off of him.
Please, I'm so done with this bum.
He's a scrub.
He's a Dallas Cowboys a superhero. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what we're gonna do, man, is just finish out this trailer, man. Really, honestly, the trailer to me creates this whole world again that we have never seen with Thor, and I think it's magnificent in the fact that it's creating its own energy, and you're still going to get a chance to see some of the characters you know and love, because that's what's been the problem with people from the MCU at this point. People who didn't like Doctor Strange or didn't like Spider-Man, they're just mad because they have not seen any of the old characters, and you're not going to see some of the old characters for a while. That's just the way that it is, right? I mean, you might not even like Kamala Khan and where we're going to go with Ms. Marvel. You might not like that. It is what it is, but I think that it's going to be nice, the fact that you're going to get some of the characters that we have held dear from the last move, and I think I'm good with that. Max, we definitely switching gears here a little bit, man. Let's talk about our casting call, man. What do we have on this?
It's been a while, so I wanted to bring out something very special. Let's go with Black Panther.
Black Panther.
I don't think we've done Black Panther, right? I don't remember doing. Look, the first person I don't even know if we should talk about. It's just Chadwick Boseman. I just want to say A+. Nothing left to say. R.I.P. Bro. Not even fair.
Yeah,
10.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
A+, 10.
Yeah, I can't. I don't even want to spend time because it's just be disrespectful to say anything negative. So then we go to Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger, Eric Stevens. I thought he did great.
I give him an A+.
Yeah, I give him an A. I didn't know Michael B. Jordan had that in the bag to get that dark. I think he's gotten interviews that said like it put me in a effed up place. He did a great job, man. I wish they didn't kill him at the end, just because he could kind of like, if they could bring him back somehow, and the redemption arc would be from like, I don't even think he's hated though, right? Is Killmonger hated?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's hated, right?
I think his redemption arc would have a lot to do with T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he came back and be like, yo, this is for T'Challa.
Because he already has the heart-shaped herb in him. He's already got it.
His issue is that he was Americanized. He basically was orphanated. That was his issue. They left him, and so he didn't grow up in the ways of Wakanda. But what we know, Wakanda's changing. And I think that's got something huge to do with the trailer. That's why they're calling it Wakanda Forever, because the Wakanda that we knew or left off with from the first one is not going to be the one we see in Black Panther 2.
Oh, no.
I don't know. We'll have to see. And then I want to go to Nakia, played by Lupita Nyong'o. I'm so sorry. I'm bad with names to start with, but I think that's how you say it. I thought she was okay. Lupita. Yeah, Lupita and Ganyo?
Yeah.
I feel like I say it right, but anytime I get a camera, it's like Giannis. I can't say his name either when I start speaking in front of a camera. I think she was cool. I don't think we get enough of her in this movie. Very she's like his love interest, but there's not really a lot of action happening with them. I give her a B.
B plus. I give her a B plus.
Max, I'm gonna tell you, I'm giving everybody an A except for one person. So you already know I might have a little comment here. I might have a little comment here and there, but this one person that ain't getting an A. But you keep it going.
Okay. What about Denai Gira, who plays Okoye, the bald-headed chick? For those of you who might not know the character name, she's part of the A plus. She encapsulates just strong woman, kick-ass presence.
Right.
That's what she does.
And the thing that I love about her is that she brought straight comedy into this movie.
She did. And she also brought in dilemma, because when she was serving the king, it killed her, right? She had to serve Killmonger, but she's like, it's my duty. She's put in an awful position. So she had a great moral compass. I thought she was very good. I give it an A. Give it an A, no problem.
I give it A plus. And I think my plus came from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That's where my plus came.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, yeah. Outstanding. Yeah.
And then what about Martin Freeman as Everett K. Ross, aka one of the two white characters in this movie?
A.
Give him a B. He's cool.
A.
Yeah, I gave him A. He played a good part. I'm used to seeing him from The Hobbit. So
he's in The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Nah, I never seen the movie.
Yeah, you missed a good movie. You know what I'm saying? He was Bilbo. And he's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's cool. He kind of plays dumb in the movie a little bit. He's like, what? This country's nice. You know what I mean? So he was excellent. What about Angela Bassett as the mom of T'Challa? What's her name? Ramonda? A plus. Everything about her on screen, it just brings to me what does she bring? I can't you can't even put it into words. It's just regal. Presence.
It's regal.
Regal.
She brought that royal regal presence into the place. It's rich. It's you know what I'm saying?
This isn't the character you don't like, right, Sean?
No, heck no. I said, hey,
okay,
but this the deal. She's not their mother. She's their stepmother. Both of them. That's not their mama. That's their stepmama. So she's from another tribe. Wonder why she's got white hair. Stay tuned for Black Panther 2. Stay tuned, because I think you're going to get who we all know, who's a famous MCU character with white hair. She's from a different tribe. And then Kevin Feige wastes nothing. Believe me, this is going to tie into something.
And that would totally tie into the Wakanda thing if T'Challa were still alive. But we'll go into that a little later. So what about Winston Duke as M'Baku? That's the first time I ever seen Winston Duke in a movie. Oh, I thought he was awesome. A plus. I love that guy.
A plus. I love
B minus.
What's wrong with Winston Duke?
B minus, man. B minus. Because this
is this it?
Why. Yeah, this is my guy.
Oh, this is it?
A. Yeah, it's B minus. The whole issue for his character is that I didn't like how they made him be like the guy who kept the lie, and at the end try to make him as a hero and be like, well, if you're going to kill him, kill me. Man, get out of here, man. You kept the lie forever. The minute that the T'Challa daddy died, you should have.
No, you're thinking of what's his name? You're thinking of Zuri, not.
You're
thinking of Forrest Whitaker.
Oh yeah, I'm Forrest Whitaker. That's who gets to be. I said the wrong character.
So Winston Duke. You want to review your grade?
Winston Duke is the guy at the border. That's
he's the big dude.
Oh, yeah.
Big dude.
That's a
A plus. My bad. I messed it up.
So I guess let's just go to Forrest Whitaker as Zuri.
Yeah, B minus, man. Get him out.
No, I'm saying okay. Even though you have a problem with that, but how did the actor do? Is this role? I thought he did a great job. A minus. Yeah, he did a bad move. But as an actor, I thought it was cast well. I thought Forrest Whitaker did a good job.
I thought it was cast very well, and I think he really embodied the character. He took it on. He played him I just give him an A. He wasn't A plus. He was an A.
No, that's just me. That's my thing.
That's fine. You can have your opinion. Yeah. So we got two left. Lolita Wright as Shuri, T'Challa's sister, who might be the main character of Black Panther 2. Excellent. A plus.
2A plus.
She encapsulates, like, I feel like she might really be an astrophysicist or something smart in real life because she plays it so freaking well.
But in the book now, she's like the 8th smartest human being on the planet.
Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
She's super smart.
But they're asking her to take out Vision's Infinity Stone, and she did it.
Yeah. She's number 8. She's not, and we already know we got a casting for Riri Williams in Black Panther 2. So Riri Williams is the 5th smartest human being on the planet. So that plays right into it.
Ma, what was your grade? A plus too?
Yeah, A plus.
And the last one I got is Daniel Kaluuya. I can't say his name now as Wakabi.
Yeah. So now
I have a problem here, but go ahead.
Here is my C.
The border tribe.
Yeah.
He gets with the rhino. He gets a C.
Yeah.
Why?
He gets a C. I'm gonna tell you why I get a C. First, I didn't like the fact that one, he's always on the wrong side.
Yeah.
In every movie he plays in, he got put to sleep, and they were putting the sunken place, messing with the wrong folk. You're always taking the wrong people's side, man. But no, in this movie, the thing that got me is you my boy. You supposed to be my ace boom coon, right? And you gonna sit up in here and flip just as soon as somebody else come in who's gonna allow you to have your way. Nah, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling the character. And then the other thing is I didn't like how he treated baby girl. Man, we just talked about it.
Okoye?
Yeah, Okoye. I ain't like how he flipped on Okoye neither. I was like, nah, man. I just didn't like him as a character, and I shouldn't like what he did in the movie.
So I got a question. Has any of you guys went back and watched the deleted scenes on IMAX from Black Panther? Because it's on Disney Plus.
No, I haven't seen it.
Go and watch those deleted scenes, and some of your character views will change because there's a lot of them up there. And it'll change about who these people actually are. I think they did it injustice by cutting those scenes out of the movie. Because those scenes were outstanding.
I love the dude as an actor. I've liked him in everything he's ever been in. I don't like how they did his role. I wanted him to be more central to the plot. I feel like just miscast him. Like he could have easily been a really good villain somewhere if you're just going to have him basically play the small little part.
If we were going to do it, we were going to do him as a villain. Let's do him as a villain. But
I just think he's underutilized. Yeah, and it's like I think he's a B, and that's more the script's problem than his problem. Because I don't think Black Panther's as good of like a movie as a lot of people think. I think what it is like the idea of it is really good, and it taps into real world ideas, which is always special. But the script of this movie isn't as good as I'd say like Thor Ragnarok. Isn't a good story. Isn't as fun. Isn't as good. But yeah, I just thought like you have this really.
I kind of thought it was fun. I kind of thought it was just as fun. That's why I think it ranks above Thor Ragnarok to me.
I think you have this. I think you have a lot of people in this movie who could do a lot of things, and they don't get the chance to shine because it's just they need like more of the movie.
Well, I think for those actors that have signed on for Black Panther 2, I think that we'll grade Black Panther 1 different based on the anticipation of what's going to happen in Black Panther 2. Because without Chadwick Boseman, I'm just going to be honest, it's going to be hard for him to carry it. But if they pull it off, without Chadwick Boseman, oh man, oh my God, because it's gonna be hard. This is a hard deal.
Chadwick embodied the character. He really embodied, and there was few characters who've been embodied in the whole Marvel universe. We've agreed on this. It's Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. embodies Iron Man. Chris Evans embodies Captain America. I think my guy takes on Winter Soldier. He really nails that role.
Thinks Hemsworth's definitely Thor. But it
Definitely
wasn't always like
Thor.
that. I would say it didn't happen until Ragnarok. And I was like, oh yeah, you're Thor now. Like it wasn't like the first two Thors. I was like, oh, this guy's Thor.
Yeah. No, he's a Thor. He's not like a spin dude that they put like a spin. They put spin in there and was like, oh, he's a Thor. No. This guy's Thor. And then Chadwick Boseman was Black Panther. He's that guy. He was that guy.
Yeah, he was, and it's impossible shoes to fill. So the way they're going to do his send off is going to be very interesting. But we'll get to there. Was it coming out in 6 months? From here?
Yeah, it's
not
not far away. It's the end of the year.
It's supposed to be. Well, I guess 6 months, November. It's supposed to come out like November 12th.
I'm not doing my math that bad.
Yeah, November
Sean out here
12th.
it comes out in 5 months, 12 days, and 6 hours. Thanks, Thor. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. I think November 12th is what I read for a release date. So.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all the characters.
Definitely, you guys. Let's hit me with your parting shots. Let's go ahead and get our parting shots out the way.
I'll go first if that's cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi 2-hour premiere coming out. Can't wait. And just want to say prayers with everybody afflicted by that Texas shooting, man. It's heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah,
Definitely.
I didn't want to spend, bring everybody down. It's just crazy, man. This world's a crazy place.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy. And Big G, parting shot.
Max, thanks for saying that about the Texas thing, man, because that's huge. We always want to try to bring light on social issues because we get to spend an hour or so chopping it up about things we love, but we got to always put light on stuff that just ain't right. So shout out for that for sure. But my party shot, man, is Miss Marvel's going to be a little different. Let's just say that, it's going to be a little different. I don't know if everybody's going to love it and like it. I've heard some speculation it's going to be like for kids that are like 9 and 10 years old. And then when you get to the end of the series, it's going to be more where they're going to tie it into the MCU. So for all those that are just hating on Marvel and saying we don't understand where it's going on, whatever else, just don't forget Kevin Feige is laying down content that we're going to see pay off in 2, 3, 4 years.
I just want to add one quick thing. Everyone out there who's doubting this show, it doesn't matter if me and Sean and Maud like it. It's not for us. We're going to like it. We're going to watch it, I'm assuming. But if they get a 9-year-old who doesn't like Marvel to start liking Marvel, they win. That's all they care about. That's all they care about, bro. If they get 1 million kids to like it, there's 1 million more Disney subscribers coming your way. That's all they care about. And that's the success of the show.
And guess what? That's liable to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very liable to happen. I mean, I the funny thing is they've made contrast to Scott Pilgrim, and I actually like Scott Pilgrim. I liked the movie. I watched it on several different times. I liked it. It's your college roommate, sir, that got me into it. So definitely, it was one of those movies. It was one of those movies that got me like, oh, okay. And they're saying it's shot just like that because of comic books, kind of to bring you into the world of comic books. And that's cool. I think that's cool. Everything shouldn't be the same. Everything should be cookie cutter. And this is my parting shot. Everything should not be cookie cutter, you guys. Guess what? The Marvel Universe is going to expand. It's going to expand so that it will include other things, other characters. You're going to have characters that you don't even like, that you don't even get with. Guess what? I don't get with Ghost Rider as a character. He's cool. It was all right. I don't get with him. But guess what? The movies is out there, and we want to watch it. Everybody want to watch it. The movies is coming. We're going to want to watch it. Some people didn't get with Blade because they don't watch vampire movies. Okay, but guess what? He's coming. We're gonna watch it.
Some people don't like Captain Marvel, or just haters. Some people don't like it.
And guess what? It's okay. They're out there.
Well,
You can watch
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
This is something else you got. I can't. Man, listen.
Oh,
like I said, the gist of the matter here is that there's going to be diversity inside of the Marvel universe. I love it. I love them for it. You got Shang-Chi, you got Black Panther. You have these big worlds outside of what the norm is, and it pulls you in. It's just like a comic book, you know.
Nobody knew where Moon Knight was going. Nobody knew. Like, I mean, there was very little out there. Moon Knight has made everybody a believer. Now everybody that's like a true Marvel person, they're loving it. The series was outstanding. They have Egyptian superheroes.
Well, that was technically the first new character in a Disney Plus show, right? Like that was like based on him, because you got WandaVision's Wanda, Loki's Loki, Captain Winter Soldier, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything else? Hawkeye, we already knew him, but I guess we get Haley Steinfeld, whatever. But this was all new. You didn't know anybody. So and it was excellent. Yeah, that's one, I think.
Hey, stop belly aching about, the first is going to be my best one. That's going to be the one. I'm just never going to forget the first movement of Marvel. Like, okay. But you got to give it, if you're going to be on the Marvel train, you got to give everybody a shot. And maybe you're not familiar with these characters. Maybe you are. She-Hulk, you maybe not been familiar with She-Hulk. Maybe you don't know who that is, but give it a try. You might
if you're not, check out the channel. She-Hulk stuff.
Definitely. But you guys, man, we thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure, like I said, you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so that when we go live, you know that we are live, man. For myself, for Max, for Big G, we will talk to y'all soon. Guess what, man? On Saturday, you will hear all about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Peace.